Do you want to add a little bit of spice to your coloring? I have a trick to take your colors from this to this, and it's easier than you might think. Before I share my secret, let's quickly talk about the 3 levels of coloring. When we apply color, we start with level 1, which is local color, or flat colors. This is by far the easiest level because you just have to decide what colors the objects in your scene would be under uniform flat lighting. For example, the sky is blue, grass is green, and strawberries are red. It's really easy. For my strawberry example here, I've laid in red for the base and green for the stem. The second level of coloring gets a little bit trickier. This is where we add in environmental factors. Every object is influenced by the environment, such as lighting, shadow, and other objects in the scene. So sometimes the sky might appear green and the grass might appear blue. Another good example of this is during golden hour, everything takes on a yellow or orange hue. We know that the ocean is usually blue and not orange, but in this image, it appears orange because of the effect of the environment. I'll level up our strawberry by adding some highlights and shadows. And this does look pretty good on its own, but we can make it look even better. That's where we get to level 3, which is my secret sauce for adding spice to your colors: imaginative color. Finally, we're able to break free of realism because imaginative colors don't take any cues from real life. As an artist, you're the master of your own world and you can choose whatever colors you want. That being said, you have to be careful about going absolutely crazy and just coloring in a bunch of random colors. If you want your art to still be cohesive and readable, we still have to follow the art fundamentals. One way that I like to add an extra pop of color to my paintings is by using color notes. Color notes are essentially brush strokes that have very subtle shifts in hue and saturation. I like to do mine manually, but there's also a trick that you can do in Procreate to do this automatically. Let's use my Jolteon painting as an example. You can see that Jolteon's local color is yellow, and there are some highlights and shadows from the environment. Now let's pick the color of Jolteon's fur in bright light. Once we have this color, we're going to desaturate it a little bit, and then we're going to shift the hue wherever we want. This method works really well for colors that are close to your base hue. So for yellow, the closest colors would be green or orange. I've got a new color here, and I'm going to paint in a couple of brush strokes. Now I can pick a new color using the same method and do it all over again. Keep in mind that the farther away the hue is from your base color, the more you might have to desaturate it. AKA, colors that are closest to the base color can be more saturated than colors that are further away. The furthest color away from yellow would be purple, so I'm going to make that one really desaturated. When adding color notes, you also want to keep in mind that you don't want your values to break. As an example, Jolteon's yellow color is fairly light, so if we add in a purple color, even when it's desaturated, it might look a little bit darker than the yellow. If you're noticing your values starting to break, you can always lighten or darken your new color to better match your base color. Ideally, if we turn this image to be black and white, we wouldn't want to notice any difference in values. We only want to affect the hue and saturation. Now that you know the general method, you can apply the same to the highlights and the shadows, adding pops of color wherever you see fit. I also mentioned earlier that there's a little trick to doing this in Procreate automatically. That would be by adding a slight color jitter to your brush. To set this up, you're going to take your favorite brush, duplicate it, and then tap on it to open up the brush settings. We're going to do all of our brush editing in the Color Dynamics tab. There are lots of ways to add color jitter to a brush, and you can mess around in these settings if you want to experiment. The way that I like to do it is with the stroke color jitter setting. Let's find the stroke color jitter setting and increase the hue slider between 5 and 10%. Now, every time you lift your pen off the tablet and make a new brush stroke, the color will be different. I could make an entirely new tutorial on just the color settings, so let's stick to that for now. As you can see with my new brush, every stroke I make adds a little bit of hue variation. I prefer to do my color notes manually because I like a little bit more control over my color, but you can do whatever works the best for you. As a final step to this tutorial, let's spice up our strawberry drawing using everything we've learned so far. And there we have it! I hope you liked this tutorial, and please let me know if you have any ideas for future content you want me to cover. I post new art tutorials every week, so make sure to follow along so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time!